And now we're going to talk about running funnels and Facebook ads. Y'all ready for this? We have a dynamic speaker with us today. His name is Ryan McCrary, also known as the Funnel Doctor. He is a trainer, author, and former licensed investment broker turned sales funnel expert. He is passionate about helping entrepreneurs and authors get their message and products in front of more people. Say more people. Come on, y'all sound like y'all still. He is committed to making marketing technology accessible. Ryan launched a digital marketing agency that specializes in building online sales funnels that generate massive ROI. What is that? Everybody knew what that was. And so that's how you're going to get your influence up, as Lindsay said, and that's how you're going to stay connected, as Bianca said. And so he helped e-commerce brands, local businesses, service-based businesses, and infopreneurs sell out events 10 times their revenue. Come on, somebody. Y'all need to be clapping. I know y'all wait for Sunday service. And he helped to maximize the return on Facebook ads. He is also a speaker and an author of the best-selling book Mind Over Money, which thousands have used to learn new ways to manage money so they can launch a business while working a full-time job. He is also the one that is key in helping Beyond the Book Media gain the traction. If some of you learned about Beyond the Book Media on Facebook, he will be the one we'll give that credit to. Please help me welcome Ryan McCrary.
All right. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good. All right. Excited to have this conversation. So today's presentation is how to grow your business with Facebook ads masterclass. So you can use this with books. Those of you that are speakers, coaches, authors, consultants, and so forth. Anybody here already running Facebook ads? Only one person. I know Chanel too, of course. Only one person. That's all right. After today, it'll be a lot more than that. So, precedent. Uh, I pressed the arrow. There we go. All right, so just more about myself. Those of you who don't know, I am Ryan McCrary, also known as the Funnel Doctor, with the Tubman University in Philadelphia. I'm a former licensed investment broker, so I worked in corporate America for many years, but I became the Funnel Doctor. I've taught thousands of people online, worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs, all my done-for-you clients, e-commerce clients, people doing information products, service-based businesses, professional services, lawyers, accountants, doctors, people doing in-person events, work with countless 6 and 7 figure companies, and I definitely have a strong passion for teaching online sales and marketing to new and existing entrepreneurs because I know the power of online marketing, Facebook ads. I've used it to grow my business. It has helped scale Beyond the Book Media. We've helped Lindsay with stuff. So I definitely have seen the power of Facebook ads, and this is the key to growing online. If you see brands like, oh, we made 10,000, 100,000, 200,000 a month, a lot of people don't talk about what they actually spend on marketing. It's just like, oh, I made all this money, but like, what was your marketing budget? What was your advertising budget? That's what a lot of people don't talk about. So, you may be saying, well, like, why do you need an online business? I don't know why it's bringing up the bullet points already, but it's all right. So, being a business owner gives you tax advantage that you don't get only working a job. So, nothing wrong with having 9 to 5, of course, but it does not give you tax advantages that it does when you're a business owner. So, if you may have seen like Amazon made billions of dollars, they only pay like a small amount in taxes. That's because they're a company. Also gives you the ability to build wealth. When you do business online, you can work from virtually anywhere in the world. So just having to go clock in to make money is not what we want to do in 2022 and beyond. Also, it's less overhead and financial commitment to start. Um, once you're doing business online, and retail's dying a slow death. So if your business is only dependent on foot traffic, you are in trouble. Just being real. So here's a stat that I pulled not too long ago about all the trillions of dollars that are being circulated online. Who wants to make more money online in their business? I better see every hand go up. Better see every hand go up. So you can see all the money that's being circulated online. So it's like tons of money out here. So we need to be taking advantage of it. So you may be saying, okay, well, why Facebook ads? There are a lot of other ways to advertise. There's TV, radio, magazines. There are other social media platforms. Like, but what's so special about Facebook ads? Well, currently it's the lowest cost way to get eyes on your product or service. The reason why a lot of authors don't sell a lot of books because they don't have enough visibility. That's the main reason right there. So you have to have enough visibility. That's another reason why many businesses struggle because they don't have enough eyeballs. You have to have eyeballs on your product or service. So you can spend, $5 to $10 and get about 1,000 people to see it. So it doesn't make sense to do billboards, radio ads, TV, and stuff like that when you can reach the same audience. Also, Facebook has over 2 billion active users. It's probably more than that, but it's Facebook, Instagram, there's WhatsApp, Messenger. All of them are owned by Facebook. But 9 times out of 10, your customer is on Facebook. So that is why you need to have a presence there. Also, it's the most targeted form of advertising. If I'm doing billboards, I don't really know who sees it. You know what I mean? Like when someone's driving by or whatever, maybe. But with Facebook, we can target very detailed age, gender. You can't do race anymore, but you used to be able to do race. But age, gender, socioeconomic status. Are they homeowners? Are they not? Are they college educated? Do they have kids? Like it's very, very detailed targeting. Also, it's fast and drives immediate results. Chanel knows if she spends 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever, we can measure to the penny where that money went. How many clicks? What was the cost per click? How many sales? How many leads? How many people sign up for the challenge or the event or whatever? Other forms of advertising, you can't really get data like that. Here is just a brief look at how it looks in Ads Manager. They actually changed it recently, so it doesn't exactly look like that. But you can see basically all the stuff that you can target based on. So age, gender, location, pages they may like, influencers they may follow. So all this goes back to understanding your customer avatar. Does everyone here know who is your ideal customer? Y'all getting quiet. That's important. You need to know who you are speaking to. Writing a book, who is this for? If you're trying to market to everyone, you're marketing to no one. So you need to be very, very clear who, whatever you do, who it's for. So here's what we'll cover today: how to use Facebook to resonate with your audience, how to create real profit from real connections on Facebook, how to turn followers into paying customers, paid traffic, and retargeting. So I have an 8-step formula that we'll go over. Step 1 is no more boosted posts ever. Those that ran Facebook ads, y'all might have boosted something. Don't do that. I'm gonna just tell you don't. That is the easiest way for Facebook to take your money. Just being real. Do not boost a post. It may see like promotion or like, oh, spend an extra $30 and you'll reach like 10,000 people. All right. You do not want to do that. So you don't want to do that. Step number 2, understand the reach of a Facebook ad, so where your ads will be seen. Step 3, why your ads may have failed in the past. Many reasons probably why that. Step 4, crush your competition with a Facebook ad and high converting funnel. I call the peanut butter and jelly formula. Step 5, be a pro and hire a pro. How to not throw money down the drain. Step 6, how do you know if it's working or not? Like I'm running ads, but like how do I know if it's working? Step 7, retargeting for results and revenue. And step 8, a watch teapot never boils. Commitment is the key to unlocking cash flow in Facebook ads. Facebook ads are a long-term commitment. It's not a short-term hustle. So step 1, no more boosted posts ever. So those that may have boosted something or did a little promotion, how many of you have made money doing that? Exactly. So, boosted posts are not meant to generate an ROI. That's just not how it's designed. Also, you can't target an audience efficiently, and Facebook sees you as an amateur advertiser. Whether you know it or not, they actually rank people, and they know if like someone's more of a seasoned advertiser or not. That is going to affect your reach and your conversions. Also doesn't give you the ability to optimize and use the objective you need to use. And all your ads should be run through the Facebook Business Manager. To access that is business.facebook.com. Business.facebook.com. Make sure you go there to run all ads there. So when we're talking about the reach of a Facebook ad, like I said before, you can get very, very detailed in your targeting, and that is what they call the ad set in Facebook. So you can build a custom audience based on a lot of different things. If you have an email list, if you have social media engagement, if you have video views, like a lot of different things, you can build a list around that. Also could be based on website traffic. How many of you have ever went to a website to buy something, you add it to the cart, or you buy it or you don't? Then you keep seeing that in your feed. They like literally following you around the internet. Y'all know. uh, that is because they're building an audience around you and they have the Facebook pixel installed on your website. Make sure you know this term. It's basically code Facebook gives you to put on your website or your landing page to track activity. So if someone goes to your website and they don't buy, the pixel will track them and you can retarget them. You can also build lookalike audiences off those people. So Facebook will bring your audience of people similar to like ones you already have. But like I said before, you can also target based on demographics, psychographics, age, where they live, a lot of different things. But it goes back to understanding your customer avatar. Next step, why your ads may have failed in the past. Number one, a lot of people run ads and they don't have their pixel installed, so you're not able to track anything. That's one of the main things we see in our agency when people come to us. Also, you may have boosted a post, which I said don't do. Um, Having the incorrect objective. That's another main one that we see is like, all right, I'm trying to get someone to sign up for my training, but you're telling Facebook you want traffic and clicks. So Facebook is going to give you traffic, they're going to give you clicks, they're going to give you, views, but they're not going to give you conversions on what you want to actually happen. Also, a lot of people don't know how to measure the ROI. So it's like I'm running ads, I'm spending money, I'm hiring someone, but how do I know if it's really working or not? That's another thing that we see where people just don't know how to measure the ROI. And always understand, Facebook ads are used to acquire leads and customers. That's what we do it for. Views, shares, likes, comments, engagement, that stuff is cute, but we want to measure based on sales. Those of us that are business owners, we need revenue. So that is what we measure everything off of. Because likes don't pay the bills, sales do. So if I go into the bank and I fill out a deposit slip and say, all right, I'm going to deposit 10,000 likes, they're going to kick me out the bank. Likes don't pay the bills, sales do. All right, next step. How to crush your competition with a Facebook ad and high converting funnel, what I call the peanut butter and jelly formula. So the first thing with your Facebook ad is making sure you have the right objective. Telling Facebook, what do you want to run this ad for? Do you want someone to book a call with you? Do you want them to be a lead? Do you want to sell something? Like, what is the objective? Clearly understanding that and giving that to Facebook. When we do ads, 9 times out of 10, we do conversion campaigns. So that's for lead conversions, sale conversion, purchase conversions, get someone to schedule a call, like whatever it is. But we want someone to take a specific action. We can also set up UTM tracking links where we can track like where exactly the traffic's coming from. If we have like 20 different ads running, like which one's doing better than the other. Also, you want to have a good ad creative. This is what you see when you're scrolling. the video, the image, the copy, the headline, what's going to capture someone's attention. Before they even click and buy, you need to capture their attention. It's a million things taking people's attention nowadays on social, on and offline. So, like, what is something that's going to capture someone's attention? That is your ad creative, that is your copy, that is your reel, that is your video, like whatever it is, but it needs to be something. Now let's talk about what is a sales funnel. Who in here knows what a sales funnel is? Good. So basically, it's a step-by-step process that allows you to bring your potential customer one step closer through a series of buying decisions, like automated emails, videos, articles. Here's the key: it will do the selling for you. You may hear it referred to as the customer journey. There are several steps to the funnel, like top, middle, bottom. We won't go into all the nuances, but basically it's a step-by-step process to sell your products and services, your books, or whatever it is. When I first got started in business, I didn't think about what I offered as a process, as a system. You need to look at it as a sales process, especially for those that are authors. It's not just about your book. I'm sorry, but I had to say it. It's not your listen, your book, yes, put time into it. I know I'm an author. I'm actually working on my next book, but I know it's a lot of time that goes into it. But the book is your lead into everything else that you do. I see a lot of people get too caught up in the book and like, this is my book, like everything is the book, but it's like it's hard to build like a massive business off a $20 book. But when you have a funnel, you use the book as a lead into everything else, whether that's a speaking engagement, whether that's a coaching program, whether that's a training, like whatever it is, using that book strategically. That is a key. All right, so when we talk about funnels and a winning funnel page, a sales page that converts into cash, we want to make sure it's optimized for conversion. We want to make sure it's a good aesthetic design, something that looks good. I don't want to go to a page and buy something if it doesn't look good. He's shaking his head like, like I don't even trust my credit card on this page, like for real. Like seriously. You also need copy that speaks to your avatar. Again, back to your avatar, but it has to be copy that speaks to them. Something that's going to capture their attention. Make it very easy to collect information and buy. You don't know how many sites I go to. I got to click like 10 things before I can buy it. The next click is going to be off the page. Seriously. So make it easy for people to buy or just opt in, even if it's something for free. Make sure it's an irresistible offer. And also your page, when you have a landing page, a sales page, it should have one goal. I don't recommend you sending people to like your traditional website. You send them to a page that has one goal. Take this action. Buy my book, buy my course, whatever it is. Not like something that has 10 things about us, home, contact us, like all these other social media things and all these things that get people confused. Next step, be a pro and hire a pro. How to not throw your money down the drain. Stay in your lane, please. Now listen, if you want to do all this stuff yourself, that's fine. But I'm going to go over all the things you need to be doing if you want to run your ads yourself. Because I see so many people waste so much time and money trying to figure it out when you could have shortcut the process by getting with an expert. So if you do want to run your ad yourself, here's all the things you need to be doing on a daily basis. Daily optimizations, meaning looking at it and checking it every single day. Split testing, different stuff. Like, all right, like I'm already out. Now this is every day, not once a week, once a month when I feel like it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna retarget you too. So that's every day. You need to be split testing different stuff. You need to be trying dynamic creative ads where we test a lot of different videos, images, copies. We give it to Facebook, they slice it up, and then you'll have like all these different variations. So if you ever seen Chanel's ad, you see like all these different ads. That's because we're doing that. Looking at the cost per lead, if you are doing something for leads or like to sign up for my free thing, looking at what that costs. There's always a cost associated with that. Looking at your customer acquisition cost. What does it cost to acquire a customer? I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, and a lot of times I ask, what's your cost to acquire a customer? Most people keep their hand down because they don't know. So you need to understand that as well. CPC is cost per click. What does it cost to get someone to actually click on your site? And maybe some under back there. But these are just some of the things you should be looking at on a daily basis. The next thing is the placement. The placement is when you're running ads on Facebook, when you're running ads on Facebook and Instagram, there are a lot of different places it can be. It's not just Facebook, Instagram. It's the Facebook feed. It's the story. It's instant articles. Instagram is the feed. It's the explore page. Is the story. Like, it's a lot of different places that you should be looking at where ads are doing better. You may do better in the story than the feed. And you need to look at all these metrics based on that stuff too. Also, testing different audiences. We test a lot of different audiences, lookalike audiences, different types of audiences, different interests. Looking at the audience insights, what they actually just got rid of. But looking at the reach, how many people did you reach? How many impressions? That's like engagement. Also the CTR, which is the click-through rate. What percentage of people that see your ad click through and actually take action? Next step, how do I know if it's working or not? So of course you want to be checking all the things we just talked about, but also in layman's term, like looking at like how many leads or sales did you get? Even if you don't want to get super heavy on the data, just looking at it like, if I'm running this ad to get people to sign up for my challenge, how many people actually signed up? If I'm selling a book and I'm running ads, how many people bought the book? If I'm doing sales calls, how many people actually booked the call? You can look at engagement and video views and other numbers and stuff like that, but that's how you want to know if it's working or not. Next step, retargeting for results and revenue. So retargeting is basically a form of advertising by which online advertising is targeted to consumers based on previous internet behavior or certain actions they may have taken before. So it tags people, that includes the pixel on like your website, landing page, emails. Basically, it's like a cookie that we put on your browser to show up in your feed based on something that you've done. So if you watch a video on Instagram, if you go to the website, if you click on something, now we can just keep retargeting you. So it takes a person on average 7 times to see your ad before they take action. 7 times. Yeah. That's why when people are like, oh, I ran an ad, I ran a Facebook ad, I spent $100, I let it go for a week. Oh, it didn't work. Facebook ads don't work. Nah, you missed the play. You didn't understand what was going on. 97% of people who visit your website for the first time will not buy, so be prepared. Your pixel will track everything. You can retarget people based on the percentage of your video they watch. So not just that they watched your video, what percentage of your video that they watched. So someone watched more of the video, they are warmer. So now we may want to have a specific message going out to those people as opposed to someone who just watched it for 3 seconds. You can also track any other actions from your website or social media, your Calendly page, like whatever it is. As long as your pixel's there, you can track all that stuff. Now, here is a major thing that has shaken up the marketplace. That's why Chanel was just smiling when she saw that. Because this iOS 14, some of you may not be familiar with this, but this is something that literally shook up the marketplace and the online marketing landscape. Agencies, people doing ads, people that was winning with Facebook ads, especially e-commerce brands, a lot of them aren't even in business anymore. So basically, when Apple came out with this new iOS 14, they made it where as though people had to agree to be basically tracked through Facebook ads. So a lot of privacy stuff. And that really messed up a lot of stuff. Because now you weren't able to target the same people, costs to get in front of people and get people to take action rose. and the results definitely dramatically decreased. So this is just something to always just be aware of. I couldn't do this presentation without talking about it because this is something that literally is going on like a year now. Shifted a lot of things when it comes to Facebook ads, but there are some ways to combat that. So now, Facebook requires you to do domain verification. So you have to verify your domain any time you're running ads to a certain website or link. You have to verify the domain. You have to do API conversion tracking, and you have to focus more on building your list. Building your list to get people off of Facebook. This is one of the keys. If you take nothing else from anything I say related to online marketing, focus on building your email list. Focus on building your list. A lot of businesses that are not where they want to be, I always say, how many people on your list? And it's probably small. So this is one of the keys with everything. Also, I think you have to get more creative with your copy, your headlines, just your content in general, because it's harder. So it's going to be hard to get people's attention. Also, you want to do the UTM tracking links, and your back-end metrics are even more important now. Meaning, once you do acquire someone from Facebook to buy your book or whatever, now it's like we got to get them to spend more money. Because if it costs more to acquire them, we need to raise the order value. We need to retain them longer. We need to get them to shop more often with us. So these are keys to combating this iOS 14 stuff with the term I like to call funnel stacking. What is funnel stacking? Basically, you stacking other funnels on top of each other. So before it was like, all right, well, I could do my book funnel. My book costs $20. It costs me $10, $15 to acquire a customer. I may have made a little bit of money. I'm in the black or whatever. Now you may actually lose money on the front end. A lot of money. But if you stack another funnel on top of your front end funnel, that's how you get into the black. So it's like, all right, I'm doing my book funnel. We broke even or we lost money, but I'm going to put a webinar on the back of it. Now, when people buy from the webinar, now I can make money. So basically, stacking other funnels on top of each other. Next step. I think this is the last step, I think. Watch Teapot Never Boils. Commitment is the key to unlocking the cash flow. Facebook is not a short-term gamble. It's a long-term commitment. I like to talk about Facebook ads kind of like going to the gym, kind of. If you first start going to the gym, it's rare that you're going to get in shape, be buff or whatever, lose weight when you first start going. That is how it is kind of with Facebook ads. Like if you turn an ad on and people instantly expect it to just start making money and doing well, like automatically. All right. It's all good. So I would say run your ad for at least 3 to 5 days before making any changes. Minimum ad spend a month should be about $1,500 a month. That's about $50 a day, which is not that much. Also depends on like where you are in your advertising. If you're just starting out, if you already got some data, you got to give the algorithm time to find your audience. Once you run enough ads, Facebook kind of knows who to serve your ads to. They just know the AI is so good. You want to get a conversion event as fast as possible, and you want to exit the learning phase. When you're running ads, you may see it say learning or learning limited. To exit the learning phase, you need 50 conversions within 7 days. And you want to increase the budget when necessary. You should increase the budget about 10 to 20% every 3 or 4 days or so. You don't want to increase it too fast. That's what I've done before. That was a mistake. Because if I see something working, I want to scale it up as fast as possible. But when you do that, it actually throws off the algorithm. You want to increase the budget incrementally. And that's how you be successful with Facebook ads. That's it. Anybody got any questions?
Okay, there we go. It's on now. Okay, so you already know where I'm going back to. So with iOS, now we hear that Google is getting ready to do the same thing, right? So they're getting ready. Do you think that when Google makes those privacy changes, let me change that. How does that affect, there we go, what you were just talking about with iOS? Because you said it's harder for Facebook ads. What's going to happen when Google starts to implement those same privacy changes? Like, what do you see happening? And then how do we counter that? Yeah.
Good question. I think they already started actually. If I don't know if anybody's noticed, like email open rates are like been really low lately. So it's like annoying. Like my open rates was like last one was like 4%. I was like 4%. I'm used to getting like 10, 15, 20. And I was like, what's going on? So I think they're already starting it actually. Haven't got full confirmation on that. But in my opinion, I think it really depends on what exactly the landscape is. You know what I mean? Like with iOS, even though it was a headache, we kind of already knew like what it was. It was like we know what it is. Like we kind of know how to combat it. Certain things we can put in place. So I think we really just got to see exactly what parameters they put in place. But I think it goes back to a lot of stuff I already said. Like you got a list build. You know, I think since email rates are going down, we're doing a lot more SMS marketing. You know, that type of stuff. Setting up more chat bots, like and that type of stuff. But yeah, I think we just got to really see exactly what they're laying out there and like find different loopholes in there because it's only gonna keep getting worse. I think.
So I have a question and a comment. So my comment is, I know you guys got a lot of information, and some of y'all like, I ain't gonna never do this. I do recommend hiring a professional. Like seriously, like I was doing them by myself for a little bit, and then it just got way too much. I didn't know any. I was winning somehow by the grace of God, and now we ended up having to bring Ryan on, and he definitely has helped us. So it is worth the investment. Sometimes it's hard to think like we as faith-based people, we're like, okay, God gonna blow up my business and all this other stuff. I don't know if any of you guys had a chance to watch Beyond the Book Media Week celebrations or any day. The number one, how did everyone on there say they found me? A Facebook ad. Think about how many people I would not have been able to impact had I not invested in getting wider visibility. So, because I want you to think like Facebook ads are modern day evangelical tool. Seriously, like I know it sounds crazy, but I'm serious. Like it is a way that you are putting wheels and putting motion on what God has told you to do. It's how God breathes on what you're doing. And so like when you're not giving God nothing to breathe on. And so what are you doing with your money? Where are you investing it? Some of the money and the resources that you saved should have probably went to investing in Facebook ads so that now God can blow on it. But we're trying to have God blow on our Instagram live that really didn't have a clear call to action. The video quality wasn't high. It wasn't targeted. And you don't know who, you can get 1 million people to look at your Instagram live video and 1 million of them ain't your customers. So that's the thing that I feel like about Facebook ads that I wanted to throw in from my experience and why, as faith-based people, we need to invest in that area. And so I want you to go back to God. For those of you considering, go back to God and say, God, okay, I have this investment. Or there's some money there's some money you might save. You need to put it in your budget to run some sort of ad campaign. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I wanted to say, because I'm experiencing all of this real time. I do run Facebook ads. So we experience a dip in revenues because of what Ryan has said and what I regret doing when I had the higher cash flow before we spent it on other stuff. I regret, and I kept saying I was going to do it, and I wish I would, and we're going to do it. I regret not having a consistent lead generation campaign going where something consistently bringing me new people. So even if it costs a little bit more, you always have some fresh blood coming in front of you. And like a lot of us are experiencing a dip because we keep trying to market to the same people over and over and over and over and over. Your same 800 friends on Instagram over and over and over and over. They've already bought from you, or they're not interested. And so you got to put yourself in front of those people, and that's why you would hire or make the investment, right, to hire somebody. That was that's a Facebook ad manager, somebody like Ryan. So I just wanted to make sure I painted a picture, a real life example as to why. And then the last point, why it's not optional. Like if you want, if all these declarations we say, the wealth that we want to have, most of us have to do some sort of advertising. And I always say this: if you don't got money, then you got time. So if you don't want to be DMing everybody, 5,000 people, then you really can't do that, because Instagram and Facebook will shut your account down if you start mass DMing people. You have to find a way to directly get in front of your people. Who in here got all the time in the world? Right. So what Facebook does is, well, Meta, whatever it's called, what it does is it's going to, depend on how much money you want to invest, it's going to potentially put your ad in front of 10,000 people. And if we were to ask you how many Facebook friends you got, y'all done got 10,000. And then if it puts it in front, that means 10,000 people, the ad has been put in front of them. Even in your organic list, your stuff ain't getting put in front of them. Maybe 1% is actually seeing it. So we're not saying this so that you can be like, oh man, I can't never. No, we're saying this to say, like, kind of I'm saying this to reprioritize how you're spending your money, and really be intentional. If you're intentional about acquiring wealth, be intentional about running ads. So I just wanted to kind of throw that in. I'm sure somebody else has some questions. Hopefully that kind of painted the picture.
Okay, this works. Okay, cool. My question is it better for a Facebook ad to send people to something free or something that they need to pay for?
It depends. It really depends on where you are, but for the most part, free. Because people aren't really ready to just see your ad and buy. The people that can get away with it are e-commerce brands, people that sell products and stuff. You know, they can, for the most part, do that. But anyone else, even like a book, you can, $20 book, maybe. But for the most part, I would recommend you do something free, and then, or have a nice funnel where it's like free, and then when they come in and get the free thing, it's a little upsell to get them to buy something. But I would definitely recommend free.
I think Chanel might have answered my question a little bit, but my question was how to structure ads to be most effective on Facebook. I know, like on Instagram, reels seem to be the most effective, and those are 15-second, 30-second videos. So this Facebook ads, is that similar? Like there's a length of time that works, that seems to be the most effective, or how should they be structured? I definitely hear the advice of getting a professional to help you put those ads together. But I don't know if you have like a quick summary of some suggestions of just having the most effective Facebook ads.
Yeah, that's a good question. Definitely video, and shorter videos, because it's just attention span. People generally don't watch longer videos. But what we do is we test a lot of stuff, though. I may say something and like, oh, well, do a short video, then you do one for 3 minutes, and it does good. So it's like, our main thing is like we test a lot of different stuff, but generally videos, shorter videos that capture people's attention. Also depends on what the offer is. So like for stuff we do, what works the best is really testimonial video ads. People that are saying, oh, I've worked with this company, this agency, this result I got. So that's what, really resonates with the people we're looking for. But, if you sell something else, you may do something different.
Let's say something to that from my personal experience in running ads. And y'all, I've been running ads for a very long time. Like when the Facebook ads platform was first introduced, when boosted posts actually did work. I don't know if you look back in did you ever go in our creative and look back and see? If you go back there, you'll see when we was boosting hair videos and all kind of stuff. But they work. And but you don't know, you really have to test. So it's not like a 5-step formula to, so you gotta have it's with anything. If you're gonna call yourself a business person, you gotta invest. So it's like you're gonna have some capital to, number one, run the ads, and number two, to test the ads, right? So that's why it's something you might want to start saving up for and budgeting if you're like, you start getting sticker shock on actually how much it actually costs. So like a personal experience for me, we noticed when we run our ads, I do video and a photo, and everyone likes a photo of me smiling with holding a book, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Right?
It's like, just so basic, and they just really like that photo. And do you know why? Like, we've done video. What do you think?
I don't know.
Right,
The data, yeah, just people like that photo.
I guess so. So that was honestly, we want to tap into the supernatural because I'm a faith-based company. That was like the eye of God telling me to do that. Like, that's where you can use. Okay, here we go. This is how I'm gonna break it down for y'all. You use the Lord, okay, for inspiration and creativity, but then God will equip you with the tools and the resources so that what He gave you can flourish. And so, because what He gave me, I was able to put resources, tools behind it, and so it was able to flourish. And that's what I kind of want to help us faith-based people connect the dots on why you need both. Because Ryan probably couldn't have told me, based on his experience, that a basic picture of me, a picture taken on my iPhone, not even a professional photo, would do the best. But I'm telling you, the Lord told me, like, literally was like, this is the type of photo, it needs to look organic. It needs to look like somebody took it and you posted it up there and gave me the visual behind it. So I just wanted to kind of hopefully share. So that's why, like, I say this just from, because I talk to a lot of people. I'm pro ads. So as you can tell, I'm very pro ads. And I'm always talking about, y'all need to run some ads, because who got time? I'm always telling people, like, and Ryan, you touched on it, I'm glad you did. I'm always telling people, like, you can't give up. And anytime anybody who coaches under me and they say, well, I ran Facebook ads, I'm like, what was your budget? Well, I'm only spending $250. Oh, a day?
Right.
Oh no, for 2 weeks. And I said, well, how many people got into your program? 3. Well, ma'am, you didn't. It's not even learning. It's not even at the learning phase. You got to have 50. What'd you say? 50 conversions in 7 days. You're not spending enough money for that thing to even get kicked out of learning. So it's one of those things. It's like you gotta have the money. And when you do like funnel stacking, like what he said, that's the way where you can raise the money. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys both ends if you've ever tried, and tell you like why you need to do that. So sorry, I'm not trying to take over your presentation, but I'm just trying to make it relatable. Yeah, I'm giving them context as someone who invests, and I'm telling you, that's gonna be a top priority. I'm raising some capital so that I can continue to run ads, because that is where I feel like we really had our dip when I took my ads campaign out and started and stopped prioritizing funneling new people. Oh, and I do want to say one last thing, because I'm very passionate about this, because you ain't got no business if you ain't got no leads or customers to sell them to. So it doesn't matter. All this stuff we talk about is great. And then all these other tools are tools, but this is, I think, is the most targeted and the most effective way. Like, if I'm not, it costs money to acquire people, period. And either it's going to cost you time, and that time that you could have spent somewhere else making money, or you can exchange that, or that a whole bunch of time. So let's say it might take you 6 months to build up 100 people, because you're talking and you're doing a whole bunch of, everything, toiling. That's what I call it, toiling. You're doing a whole bunch of toiling. It costs you 6 months. You could have got those same 100 people in a day, in less than a day, by running an ad. Now, it might have cost you, let's see, $600. But now you have 100 people that you can warm up, that if you set your funnel up right, you got with a professional, you might have even got their phone number. That's how I be texting all of y'all. Y'all gave me y'all number. Supposed to be like, how you get you gave it to me. I don't. And now, even if and we haven't even activated this in our marketing, started making, I mean, I send automated calls. Some of y'all might have got an automated call, but we haven't even started doing direct sales. So now I have 100 people, maybe 60 of y'all gave me y'all's number, and I'm selling a high ticket item. Now I can pick up the phone. 60 of y'all out of 60, 3 of y'all gonna buy minimum. So let's say if I'm selling a $5,000 to $10,000 program, now I've made $30,000 off of a $600 ad spend. And a lot of us aren't thinking about it that way. We think, oh, $600. It's because you don't have faith that you have what it takes to actually make your money back. When you know you're going to make your money back, you're not worried about the $600. You're like, okay, that makes sense. And of course, business has its cycles. That's where your faith got to come in, because you may not hit it a home run on the first try, but eventually, if you keep putting yourself out there, you're going to make your money. All right, I'm done for real this time.
That was good, Chanel. That was going to be my question for those that are starting out their business. How do you may not have the finances for $1,500, a month to spend on ads. Are there any suggestions that you would give to somebody that may just have a meager budget because I just began, so I don't really know how to, I have this $1,000, because I see so many people talk about invest $1,000. I have this $1,000. How can I make that beneficial to running ads and not deplete all of it, because I may have some other things, because I'm new to this thing. So what are some suggestions if you have some?
It's something that's better than nothing.
Okay.
Just get in the game, So wherever you are, even if it's 500, if that's what it is, like that's what it is.
Yeah.
But try to get with someone who can spend it wisely. Yeah, that's the main thing I would say.
Okay. So y'all heard y'all need to get your coins right.
Because I knew this question was gonna come up, because I hear y'all's thoughts, okay? Like literally. So this is, you find other ways to make money. So you can use the existing community, and you go sell them something. It may not be the something that you got to offer, and you say, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. This is not the same thing, but it's the same thing. I needed some money to put the furniture in there, and I didn't want to deplete my money. You wanna know what I did? I did a 1-day sale on a VIP day with me with the people I already have. And I got that money in 24 hours. So sometimes we're not being creative. When we launched Beyond the Book Media, when we did our first event, I didn't have any money. You wanna know what I did? I was like, oh, I got 300 people in this Facebook group, and I raised the money. So sometimes it's a matter of raising the money, letting people know what you're trying to do, going and asking people for the money. If you got a credit card, if it's for business and you have something, you have a clear objective, taking that credit card and maybe not going on that vacation, or getting, we spend money on our hair and all those other things. And I'm saying that as someone who, spends, maybe that money could be best utilized temporarily to help build your budget. It's just a shift in priorities and a shift in how you want to spend your money. So you need to, like you said, have somebody that's going to spend it wisely. You need something that's better than nothing, but you also want to come to the table like, okay, I am confident in what I have to offer, what I have to sell, and I can be creative. I mean, there's Uber, Lyft. If you got a car and you need some DoorDash and you need some Facebook ad money, there are people who literally will DoorDash, will Uber for like a month, save all that money up, and now you got your ad budget. Like in today's society, we literally have no excuse.
That's why I say like $1,500 a month, really not that much. If I break it down per day, it's $50 a day. So you can make $50 a day, Uber, DoorDash, whatever, or just stop spending the extra $50 a day on something that you probably wasting it on.
So now it's called priority, and Chanel took us right back to the beginning, mindset. What is your mind saying? And then Mr. Ryan said mind over money, right? It's what are you thinking? What do you believe? Do you believe that you can do it? I have enjoyed myself thus far. Have you all enjoyed yourself so far? I tell you, I just got my toes done. Now I'm going to have to wait again because I got to save my money, right? Well, we're gonna pause for a minute